Hey, what up? It is your girl MG and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. If you are new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you head out. In today's video, we're going to be talking about some common mistakes that naturals make. I've made them plenty of times and you might not even realize that you're doing them, and it just might be hindering your healthy hair growth journey. Okay, so I'm going to try and go through these quickly, so let's jump right into it. Touching your hair too often, so this can lead to breakage and frizz. Extra manipulation is just a no-no in general. I know I used to have this problem way back in the day when I would flat iron my hair all the time. I would also brush it all of the time. And the constant touching, even when it's curly, it's going to make it not as thick and not as healthy. At least that was what happened with me. Even during that stage in my hair journey, I cut back on the brushing and I would mainly only use my fingers. I quickly saw a dramatic difference in the thickness and the health in general. Keep those hands out of your hair. I know it's tempting, those thick, luscious locks, but it's definitely going to benefit you in the long run. I know we're all used to hearing people say put sunscreen on to protect your skin in the sun, but we also need to do something to protect our hair in the sun as well. So a mixture of the sun, the salt water, and the wind can be extremely drying to your hair. It can leave it matted and tangled. You want to make sure you wet your hair first before you're going in salt water or chlorine. Chlorine also can be extremely harsh on your hair, but I feel like we've always kind of heard that. It's important to apply a leave-in beforehand or a mixture of an oil followed by your favorite conditioner, or you can even find products that have SPF and sun protection in them. Honestly, any of those will work. This is going to help seal your hair cuticle and help create a barrier between your hair, the salt water, the chlorine, and the sun. If you want to take it a step further, it's even better if you put your hair up in a bun or even tuck your hair away in braids or twists. And then when you're done with your water activities for the day, just rinse your hair off in cool water and just shampoo and condition like normal. So we've talked about the importance of paying attention to what our hair comes in contact with, be it our clothes, the chair that we sit in, the fabrics that we sleep under, and that also can include the accessories that we are using. Mainly your hair ties and your scrunchies, and I know for me that is something that I use every single day. I've shared this company with you guys before. I'm a big fan, especially of their hair ties and scrunchies. It's Swirly Curly. One thing that I do love about this brand is that they are Black owned. I'll give you a quick rundown of these scrunchies and hair ties. I will leave a link in the description, but this specifically, I do have a discount code for you guys, so make sure you get your % off. Hair tie, it snaps in and out of your hair without causing breakage, tangles, or knots. It eliminates the snagging and pulling when you're taking down your hair. So you're just going to unsnap it, unravel, and then it's going to avoid damage and breakage that typically occurs during the takedown process when you're using a regular elastic hair tie. They're soft and stretchy, made of a soft, gentle, machine washable yoga print material. They also have a money back guarantee on their products. So after 30 days, if you're not satisfied, they will refund your money. The great thing about the hair tie and the scrunchie is that you can clip multiples together to accommodate the thickness of your hair or whatever style you're trying to achieve. Scrunchies are clutch as well. I literally wear one every single night. Well, really, let's be real, since quarantine has happened, I be rocking those like all day long. So I just have my hair up in the loose bun and I just have the scrunchie in it, and yeah, that's like pretty much my day-to-day at this point. Okay, so their scrunchies are thick enough to hold the biggest, thickest hair in the perfect puff. They're strong hold, no slip, and they're going to snap in and out just like the hair ties, and they're easy to remove with no damage. And you're also going to you can take a few of them and snap them together. The fabric is just gentle on the hair and keeps the moisture in your curls. And like I said earlier, I will leave my discount code in the description box, so make sure you guys take advantage of that. I don't know if you know, but it's really difficult to re-moisturize your hair after you've gone through the whole moisturizing and sealing in process. Trying to re-moisturize is going to be difficult for the moisture to penetrate. So you can't properly re-moisturize without shampooing or co-washing again first. I'm going to go through the lock method or whatever process you go through to moisturize and seal. Speaking of our everyday shampoos, yes, they're great. They do clean our hair, but they're not as efficient when it comes to removing product buildup of just like your everyday creams, oils, butter. For those products to be removed completely, you need to be using a clarifying shampoo. If your scalp and strands are not properly clean, honestly, everything that's healthy and positive that you're doing in your routine every day is honestly just going to be a waste. Remember, you need a little bit more than just your everyday shampoo. Speaking of products, make sure that you're using products that best suit your hair or whatever problem that you're having at the moment. It's a fact that not all products are going to work the same for everyone's hair. Just because it works great for one doesn't mean that it's going to work the same for you. And that also boils down to you knowing your hair and knowing when it's positively or negatively reacting to a product. Make sure you are making the adjustments and using the products that best suits you. So you need to try different things out until you get your own groove. Using oils to moisturize your hair. It's not the proper way to moisturize and it's somewhat counterproductive. So the purpose of oil is to seal in moisture. And how you achieve that moisture is from water, a leave-in, or a cream of some sort. And then you follow it up with oil to seal that moisture in. Moisturizing is going to reduce breakage and it's going to allow your hair to be more flexible when you're manipulating it, as well as help you retain length, which we all want to do. Towel drying your hair. I fall victim to this from time to time, mainly because of convenience, but using your everyday towel can easily lead to breakage and damage. So instead, think about reaching for a soft t-shirt or a microfiber towel. Both are going to be gentle on your hair and definitely cause less frizz. Your hair will also be less likely to pull, snag, or rip. So this next topic was brought up in the comments on a recent video of mine, mainly because I left it out. And honestly, I think sometimes I leave some things out because I'm like, oh, they know this, like I don't need to bring it up. At the end of the day, we're always learning, and just because you know something or I might know something doesn't mean that the next person does. But that being said, the health of our hair is so much more than the products that we use, how we style it, our regimen, how often we trim. A huge part of healthy hair growth starts from the inside. So don't forget to care from the inside out. It means diet, vitamins, water intake, nutrients, all need to be a top priority. Nutrients need to be a part of your diet in order for your hair to flourish. So that is why I'm really big on collagen, because even sometimes if my diet isn't the best, collagen really covers a lot of nutrients and vitamins that your hair and body need. Always take into account your internal habits next time you see an issue with your hair. Friction, we've talked about this before, I will leave the link down below, but friction is literally 2020. You got all these plans, you got all these looks planned out, healthy, bouncy, thick hair. All it takes is a little bit of friction, a little bit of contact with the back of your chair, with whatever you have on. Whatever your hair comes in contact with can cause breakage and damage, and it's just gonna halt your growth. Cover your favorite chair with satin or silk cloth. Make sure you wear your hair up so it's not in contact with your rough fabrics. My hair was literally at the same length for years, and I think it had a lot to do with friction, and once I figured that out, I just switched a few things up. Sometimes that's all that it takes, just a little tiny change here or there, and your hair just starts to flourish and get healthy and grow like crazy. Again, I will leave that video down below if you want a little more in-depth detail. Avoiding regular trim. I know some people can get a trim once or twice a year and be good, but that is just not me. But not getting regular trims can be a disaster for most, and all the hard work that you put into growing your hair and keeping it healthy is just going to be a waste if you neglect trimming your ends. I've been trained in some ways to hold on to length no matter what, and that's honestly the worst mentality to have. Trimming is going to help keep your hair healthy. Again, not everyone's the same, but it's safe to get a trim about every 8 weeks. Never ever detangle your hair when it is dry, but also make sure that you're using the proper tools to detangle. Detangling on dry hair and just detangling improperly can absolutely lead to breakage and weakening the hair strand. A wide tooth comb or a brush, but if you are using a brush, make sure you definitely do your research because not all brushes are great for detangling your hair. I'm a fan of co-washing. It definitely has its benefits. I do it about once or twice a month, but there does come a point where you can co-wash too much. You want to make sure that you're still incorporating shampoo into your routine. Co-washing is not totally going to get rid of product buildup and dirt on your hair and scalp. So don't fall victim to co-washing too much. Skipping deep conditioners. It's going to help restore and maintain elasticity in your hair. It's going to help it be strong and help your hair better withstand and minimize damage. Restore moisture, protein balance, and provide some protection. It's going to help your hair be more manageable. Do not skip deep conditioning. Don't give up too soon. I know it can be discouraging and frustrating. Once you find what routine and products work for you and you stay consistent, it's only going to be a matter of time before you see positive results. Clearly, that's not all of them. That was just like some common ones that I thought about that sometimes we might just skip over and not think about. And over the course of my entire hair journey, at some point I have done all of those things. So don't be ashamed if you're like, oh my god, I do like 5 of the things on this list. Like, once you know better, you do better. And all it takes sometimes is a few little adjustments, like I said earlier, for you to see positive results. Leave links down below to everything that I talked about in the video. Don't forget to check out Swirly Curly and just like other things, like I know I mentioned like clarifying shampoo, collagen, like stuff like that, and so I will leave links to some of the things that I like. And yeah, so I think that is it for this video. I appreciate you if you have made it this far. Like always, I love you, I appreciate you, and I will see you guys in the next video.